What is up, guys? The LA Gamer here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 5 of my Madden 17 Fantasy Draft franchise featuring the Los Angeles Rams. In today's episode, we are going against the Buffalo Bills, led by dominant quarterback Andrew Luck. So you have to assume that was their first round pick. So this is going to be the team that we're playing today. Now, I was actually thinking about this, and I want to hear your guys' input for a second. Do you guys think that I should start showing you guys the other team's roster before I play them? I'm starting to think that might be a good idea just because of the fact that it is a fantasy draft league. And usually I try to do a pretty good job of memorizing the players that I'm going up against, but obviously there's times where I just don't happen to remember them. I was wondering if that's something you guys are curious to see, other teams' rosters and things of that nature. So just tell me, just comment that down below and I'll make sure to check it out. But either way, we will be receiving the ball to start the game. You see receiving it right about on the right side of the field. We're going to take it back, try to get as far as possible, but we only take it back to the 25-yard line, which is, in today's football, just the average return anyways. I'm pretty sure if you kneel the ball, you get to the 25 anyway, so nothing special in that return. We're going to throw the ball over to James Jones right here, though, to start the game, get it down to the 35-yard line, so an easy first down to start the game. Now, I want to say real quick, I'm trying to edit up my commentary style once again, just to tell you guys quickly, as right here, we're going to throw a quick one over the right side to Gronkowski, who's going to be unleashed on this play with a 65-yard receiving touchdown. Somehow I didn't remember that play happened right there, but that would be a huge touchdown from Rob Gronkowski to start the game. Obviously, he is a walking mismatch on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, there's really no linebacker in the league who can line up with him and say confidently that they can shut him down in one game. So that is the great thing about getting a dominant tight end like Gronkowski, obviously him being our first overall pick. I believe we did a good job there with that selection. So what I wanted to say was I'm trying to switch up my commentary style to being more developed or more based around the game. Usually I'm very broad in my commentaries, not very focused on the game itself, but a lot of you guys have been commenting lately that you prefer when I'm very in tune with the game and very focused as to what's going on inside the game and more commentating towards that rather than broadly what's going on around the league. So I will try that out. I will probably end up doing a mixture of both things, but I want to get a better idea of what you guys prefer doing or what you guys prefer hearing, and I will try to do a better job of that. But either way, Andrew Luck is down here at the 14-yard line, but after a series of pretty bad passes, it is now 3rd and 13 at the 14-yard line. So he's looking around here, trying to get a pass. I mean, at this yardage, he technically has to go for the touchdown, and that's exactly what he does, but he overthrows it, throws it out of bounds, and because of that, it will be 4th and 13. Pretty easy field goal range here for them. That will be a 31-yard field goal, and their kicker, as expected, knocks it right through the uprights to give them just give them 3 points. They're now down 7-3, but that's not that big of a deal to start the game. Either way, we're going to try to get Adrian Peterson involved in the running game. We get him a nice rush right there, and right here he's going to get a huge opening on the right side of the field, and it looks like AP could be gone, but that safety right there, that free safety, possibly the strong safety, has a ridiculous amount of speed and manages to pull down Adrian Peterson at the 9-yard line. But after a series of plays, it is now 4th and goal. We are going for it, 2 yards away, and we don't get it. Now, this was me playing aggressive football. That's exactly what I like to do in Madden. I like to be as aggressive as possible. And this situation specifically, it really comes back to bite me, because not only do we not get that touchdown, but we give up a huge reception on the defensive side of the ball, which is going to allow them to get to about 30 yards away from our end zone. Now it is 3rd and 12 at the 32-yard line. Can we shut them down and force them to kick a field goal? No, we cannot, as our safety will not be able to shut down that touchdown pass. Now, my reasoning for not using the safety is because in the last episode, in the last game I showed you guys, I decided to use the safety, and it didn't work out in my favor. So I wanted to see what the CPU could do, and it ended up definitely not working out in my favor as we give up a huge touchdown right there. So I don't really know what to do, guys. There's a few things in this year's game of Madden that I want to kind of argue about and kind of say I don't like. Because right here we throw an absolute bomb downfield, an absolute dot from Carson Wentz, about a 60-yard bomb all the way through the air, and an absolutely beautiful accuracy. So real quick, I'm going to let myself get sidetracked and mention real quick, there's 2 noticeable things I don't like about Madden 17. Both things coming on the defensive side of the ball. Actually, I don't like this new field goal thing a whole lot either. I understand that they wanted to make it more difficult, but it is really, really hard. Somehow, though, I do manage to get a perfect kick right here and get the field goal from 34 yards out, which will actually end up technically being a 51-yard field goal, and we will get 3 points on the board right there. But I want to say real quickly, as right here we give up the pick six. I'm trying to get sidetracked, but it's not. This gameplay is not allowing me to happen, or not allowing it to happen, because this was a very, very high action game. There's a lot of stuff going on, so it's hard for me to allow myself to focus on anything else as Carson Wentz gets a first down here. But let me mention the few things I don't like in Madden. The field goal thing is really hard. I can't really say I don't like it, I just don't like how hard it is, but I understand their theory, I understand their reasoning for doing it, and I think technically it was a good idea. But the 2 things I don't like about this year's game, both of them being related to the gameplay itself, is right here we get a huge play downfield One of them has to be the fact that you cannot stop the running game this year. If the other team wants to run the ball, you will lose. That's basically how it goes. The only way I ever stop people on offensive drives in this game while I'm playing on defense is if they decide to pass the ball. At least that goes for the CPU. Because the CPU's running game is always so good. I don't know how to stop it. I mean, let's use this run as an example. He breaks a tackle, and he shakes off another tackle, and he's gone. That's an easy 22 yards when he should have gone just a few, because we ran a great defensive play. Once again, a great run from him, and this one will go out to be 50. Actually, no, we do tackle him. We do manage to bring him down, but that goes for about a 50-yard run. They made run defense way too difficult. As right here, they get the passing touchdown. Run defense way too difficult. The other thing I don't like is it is impossible to stop deep passes. I don't know what it is, but when the ball's in the air, it is impossible to track it down and knock the ball out of their hands. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But whenever it's a one-on-one situation and throw an absolute bomb downfield, I just never seem to win that matchup. No matter who my cornerback is, no matter who my safety is. Hell, I could have freaking King Kong back there and he still wouldn't win the matchup. I don't understand what the reasoning is there, or what makes it so difficult. I think there's just minor bugs within the game, and it just doesn't give you a fair enough matchup. But I think both of my issues with this game have to be on the defensive side of the ball. I could be getting a misperception of the game because obviously my defense isn't that good in this fantasy draft franchise. I didn't draft that great of a defense, so maybe it's just my team, but it appears that from other people I'm talking to, and from other friends I've talked to about this game, they're having these same exact issues in terms of how to stop the CPU, because those two things are so difficult to stop. So I'm trying to do whatever I can to get better at that. But if you guys have any ideas, I think my only real solution at this point is I'm probably going to have to play with the sliders a little bit. That's the only real solution I can think of, and hopefully pretty soon I can get a better well-balanced game, if that makes sense. Because right now it's a little bit crazy. But right here, we give up a touchdown, and then we give up this pick to a keep to leave. So a pretty bad series of events as we're already down by 7, and now they're going to have the ball with the fourth quarter just starting. So Andrew Luck, of all people, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, is going to throw an absolute dot to this guy on the left side of the field. And they are now 11 yards away from getting a touchdown. Luckily, we do manage to stop them. They will settle for the field goal right here. So we are now down by 10 with 5.5 minutes left. This requires for quite a few talented offensive drives. And I think with our offense, we have the ability to do so. But let's see what happens. We're going to throw in down here into triple coverage. And as you can expect, that ball will be picked. And after this point, I do just end up simming the game. We were down by 10 points with about 4 minutes left. There really was no saving grace for that one. There was really nothing we could have done. It was too late, too little. Or too little, too late. And we didn't. I mean, basically, we just threw the game away in the last quarter. We weren't able to do anything there in that fourth quarter, and that in itself will end up making you lose games. So it's not that we did bad. We just weren't able to stay as consistent, and we just didn't do a good job on defense. The Bills scored on almost every single drive, and you can't really win games doing that because it's almost impossible to perform at that same level on our offensive end of the ball. So that's basically what's going to end up happening. So that's basically it. If you guys enjoyed, please click the like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion of the series, your opinion on this new commentary style I want to try out, maybe other things like any types of trades you think I should do, all this different stuff. Comment whatever you feel like commenting. I'll make sure to try to get back to it. And lastly, subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to the series and other series I got going on my channel. You guys are doing a phenomenal job of supporting me in this series, and I really do appreciate it so much. I do want to say, if you guys are a fan of another series on this channel, it will be brought to you guys probably tomorrow. I need to get a lot of homework done tonight, so this will probably be the only video uploaded. But thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.